Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Today is a video where I'm going over my Myfxbook. I'm going to go through my results over the past 5 months. I started this Myfxbook publicly in September. September the 2nd was actually when I started this account and made it public to you guys so you could actually access it. My Myfxbook page has always been public. I've put, when I passed the FT mode before, I put everything on there. Then I started this account just to show, even with public accounts, that my trading is obviously legitimate. I'm not just faking it, making profits on one account and then just blowing it the next day. So I kind of created this Myfxbook to basically show how to trade consistently, and that everything I claim is actually legit. A lot of traders can go out there and claim, oh, I have 80% win rate, I have this many winning trades every week and everything. If they can't back it up, if they only have MT4 screenshots, I could just show you now an MT4 screenshot of my week trading and say an average week in the markets. But there's no actual proof behind it, then it could literally just be a scam, and then they're just trying to sell you something on top of that lie that they've shown you initially. So this Myfxbook is kind of just show everything I say on YouTube backs up, and I'm going to give you guys some tips obviously going along in this video. But the main thing I actually want to emphasize in this video is that how I take very few trades. A lot of traders will tell you, if you want to make good profit, you have to trade every single day. You have to trade every session. You have to trade multiple pairs, and that is simply just not the case. In this account, I've probably taken like 3 to 4 trades per month maximum. And as you'll see, those trades are actually split into multiple positions. So it does say, obviously, I've taken more trades than I actually have, because I do actually have a scaling plan. So let's say I am winning a trade, it's not just one position, it could be like 2 or 3 positions on that single trade. So if you look on the screen here now, you can see that since September we're actually up 23%. Over the 4 months we've actually traded, obviously you could count December, but we technically actively traded for 4 months, coming into the end of January now. So that's around 5-6% on average per month, just under 6% per month, which is very, very good going. I'm very happy with that, an average of 6% per month. Because obviously this isn't a small account, it's a larger account, it means that I could technically, if this was my only source of income, I could live off this account solely. So let's say I made 23% in 4 months of trading, I could take the rest of the year off, hypothetically. Obviously I'm not going to, and I'm going to trade it actively throughout the year. I usually take August and December off, so we'll see what happens when we get to August, and how the markets are actually setting up, because if there's not perfect setups, I'm simply just not going to trade. So as you see, we had quite a lot of winning days, and obviously we have only had 1 losing day in the whole of the account's history, and that day we only lost 38 pips anyway. So you guys can see that at that point we were up 13.5%, and then we lost 3%. That's fine, because the way I trade, I scale in everything, so 3% max drawdown technically. I know it says 10%, but we were only technically down 3%. But yeah, is what it is. So we've obviously got a nice curve here. If you see some traders, they have their curves on their charts that's literally so sporadic. So you'll see it go up, massive drop. You kind of want to have it, how you learned in school, when you have the charts that slowly go up, slight adjustments as it's slowly going up. That's what you kind of want to see in your equity graph. Obviously the balance is hidden, everything, the profit is probably hidden, because I don't want to show you all the profits and everything. That is obviously private, but you guys can see since the start we've kind of had this nice push up, and obviously that does seem like a big drop, and that is only simply because that is the only loss we've actually had. As this account grows over time, over the years, over the months, that loss will seem less significant, but still 3%, it's not ideal to lose 3%, but that is kind of the way I trade. I do risk a little bit more in some positions with trading a higher risk account like this one. So if we move down to the stats now, you guys can see we've taken 22 trades. The annoying thing is I accidentally took like a couple of 0.01 trades on this account when I was doing trading days for one of my funded challenges. So when I close those instantly, because obviously I'm not going to hold them, it actually counts as a loss. So we actually do have slightly higher than 82% win rate. I think it's more like 85%, 86%. But it is what it is. 82% is still very, very good. And what I noticed, I was actually talking to a few people recently about this, and how I've noticed I always end up shorting the markets. So whenever I'm in a trade, it always seems to be a sell. Then when I looked at my Myfxbook again, I'm like, I've only entered 5 sells and 17 shorts. So it's like I've entered for over 3 times as many shorts as I have longs in 5 months of trading, which is just crazy. Obviously, when the market's going up, this can be bad, but even longs, we have 60% win rate, which is very, very decent. Shorts, we obviously have 88% win rate, which is very, very good. I'm very, very happy with that. Overall, we've caught just under 900 pips. Not too bad. Obviously, depends on your stop loss size and everything, because I usually trade with fairly tight stops on a lot of pairs, so this is quite decent. Average win 50 pips, average loss 9 pips. Obviously, if you're risking the same amount on each setup, this is very, very good. You know, the average win is 5 times the average loss. Like I've said in previous videos, I usually trade with GU with a 10 pip stop loss. So usually my stop losses are 10 pips, so this is kind of what I expected. And it's kind of under what I'm actually usually expected to lose on each trade, so this is quite good. And usually I go for like 1 to 3s, 1 to 4s, 1 to 5 kind of max. So the average win being 50 pips is obviously very, very nice. This obviously does count gold in as well, and gold obviously has the higher pip value, but averages out at 51 pips, which is very, very nice. So average trade length for just under 5 hours. This is mainly because I had one setup which actually took over a day to actually hit my take profit, which is very, very annoying. But I usually am out the trade within an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours max probably. I don't usually like to hold throughout the next session, just the way I trade. It's usually like a couple 15-minute candles, 3, 4 15-minute candles, sometimes longer obviously depending on my take profit, but very, very nice nonetheless. Even 5 hours, that's not actually too bad. I am a day trader, so to speak, so that's not too bad at all. So going into the months now, you can see that January we've actually made 3%. I actually had one trade on GU, which we had pretty much had a nice setup, and we made 3%. And I've not traded the rest of this month on this account. Simple as that. You guys can see that we didn't actually trade it in December. Like I mentioned, I don't usually like to trade in December. I usually just take the time off and just chill, especially if you've had like 11 months of solid trading. You kind of need a little bit of a reset to then smash it back in January. Hopefully make a lot of profit. But you see, last year for the 3 months which I actually tracked it, we had 0 negative months. We had 5.88%, 7.77%, and 5.39%. So, you know, every single month we actually traded this account. Last year we made over 5%, which is very, very good going. To put it into perspective, if you're trading on a 200k FTMO or a different prop firm account, 5% is $10,000. So if you're taking the exact same trades I took on this account, on a 200k account, you're making $10,000 a month. And obviously you had the months like this one where you're making 14 grand. Then you also have slower months like this one where you're only making 6 grand. So that's why it's important to not just focus on every single month in your trading. I see a lot of traders, they're so focused on how much profit can they make that week. You know, if they don't make 20k this week because they made 20k last week, how are they going to reach their goals? You've got to focus on the year to date. And I know it's quite hard for a lot of traders because they want to see the results now, but over the year, would you be happy with, let's say, 40% profit? Most likely, yes. If you do the maths on a 200k account, for example, again, 30% is obviously $60,000. Would you be happy investing £1,000 into a 200k funded account to potentially over the year make $60,000? That is a very, very good investment. You're making 60 grand off a 1k investment. I'd be happy with that myself. But then you see these traders out here trying to gun for like 25, 30, 40% a month. They end up losing all their profits because they're just trying to force more and more and more. They're getting more greedy, end up not making any profit. Whereas if you just focus on, okay, if I want to make 30% a year, how much do I have to make per month? Well, that's under 3% per month. So if you're focusing on, okay, I need 1 or 2 really good setups per month to actually reach my yearly goal. Once you've got those couple of good setups, some months you obviously might have, let's say you catch 2 1 to 4s and you make 8% in 1 month. That's good. It means if you have a bad month for now, or even if you just have a losing month where you lose a couple of percent, it doesn't matter because over the year, you're still going to end up in profit. So don't focus on the month, don't focus on the week, don't focus on the day. Obviously you want to put focus into these and you actually still want to trade properly in all these months and everything. Put your focus in the long-term aspect. So don't focus on next week, focus on next year. Will your account still be there next year with this consistent growth the way you're currently trading? For a lot of you out there, most likely not. And it's the hard truth, your account probably will be at a lower balance than it is now. But that is trading for you. But if we go back now and have a look, you guys can see that average monthly is 4.58%. I'm very, very happy with averaging anywhere from 3 to 5% per month. Because I only take a couple of trades per month, as you see September, we only took 2 trades or 2 trading days. October, 3 trading days, a bit more busy. November, 2 trading days. January, 1 trading day. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we had 8 trading days in 5 months of trading. 8 trading days in 5 months of trading. That is crazy. A lot of people will be like, oh, well, do you not get setups every day? Yes. But if I've reached my profit goal, I simply don't trade. Or I'll trade a funded account. Or I'll trade another account which isn't my main account, just so I can still make money from these setups. Because obviously if your setups are there and you want to make money from them and you have a really, really high win rate, it's fine. Take the setup, you'll most likely make money. But as you see, I have an 82% win rate. You can't fake this. We can obviously refresh it to show you guys. But there will be a link in the description also. So if I lose, you guys will know about it. You know, probably people were probably laughing at me here when I was down 3% or whatever for the day. But obviously, I don't care about the daily. I'm focused on the yearly. So if you guys did enjoy this video, bit of transparency, showing you past 5 months of my trading results, then be sure to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.